Now going over to the business blunder of the day, you have BMW vehicles bringing in, well, they actually had some banned Chinese parts, so 8,000 vehicles were negatively affected. Now, this is brought to us thanks to Reuters, and specifically the writer is David Shepardson, and he said, quote, BMW imported 8,000 vehicles into the U.S. with parts from banned Chinese supplier, according to a Senate report. Now, they say that, quote, German automaker BMW imported at least 8K Mini Cooper vehicles into the U.S. with electronic components from a banned Chinese supplier. The report by Finance Committee Chairman Ron Wyman's staff said that BMW imported the Mini Cooper parts that were banned under a 2021 law, and that BMW continued to import the parts that were banned until at least last April. BMW's group said that in an email has taken steps to halt the importation of affected products. Now, it looks like specifically in terms of the law, it looks like in the Congress in 2021 passed the, I cannot pronounce some things, I apologize, Uyghur Forced Labor Prevention Act. Of course, they have a funny acronym to sound smart. UFLPA. Not good marketing, but nevertheless, they passed that in order to strengthen enforcement of laws to prevent the import of goods from Chinese Xinjiang region believed to have been produced by forced labors by members of the country's Uyghur minority group. China denies these allegations, of course. Disney also that sounds awkward, produced a film in that area. I was about to say filmed a film, which technically is correct, but grammatically sounds awkward as all hell. But nevertheless, Disney previously praised China for all they do, and they filmed many of the productions over there, those camps, where they have, those enslavement camps. Yeah. Just to say the least. Now, see, specifically, 8,000 vehicles were affected by it. And again, it's one supplier, which, again, not doing your due diligence. You always want to make sure you're compliant with all this stuff. Now, I guess in terms of the silver lining, is Mini Coopers, which I would say they deserve it, but not the people, obviously. I'm talking about the, BMW with their wrists slapped with this. But yeah, I can't help but remember that they're going to stop making the manual transmission of that vehicle, which of all vehicles that should only be manual transmission, that would be the Mini Cooper. I mean, that vehicle platform thrived on it for decades. And thanks to BMW, the vehicle platform did come back. The brand was, struggling to say the least for decades before BMW actually bought out the intellectual property of the brand of the company years ago. Going down more and more. Let's see here. So it looks like Borns provided the JDW parts to Lear Group, a direct supplier for BMW. Borns noted that in Lear, electronic components known as land transformers were produced by JDW and prohibited to the U.S. import vehicles. So unfortunately, it looks like, fascinatingly enough, I'm not seeing, again, maybe it's breaking news, so they don't have like an actual fine associated with it yet. But again, you're having more and more scrutiny on what you're importing these days, unless it's across the southern border. But yeah, BMW having the importation and ended up having those components that weren't compliant with the latest ban. Unfortunately, that's certainly the business blunder of the day. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, leave us a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.